Hello everybody, Quazi here of the Baltimore Scare Crew. I am home after a complete full day at the Six Flags America's 2013 Fright Fest. I think the date is September 29th. Went there today to enjoy the rides and enjoy the frights. It's thrills by day, frights by night, I believe it's what it is. Had a great time. There's a lot of new things to explore this year on Fright Fest. It's not the same one that you went to last year if you went. It's definitely all new. A lot going on, a lot of improvements going on. They have definitely stepped up their game this year, not just with Fright Fest, but with the park in general. Usually people go to the parks and they got a, not so great haunts and stuff like that. And over the past couple of years, it's been okay. But this year, I got to give it to them. They really amped up their excitement and entertainment. There's a lot of things going on that you're going to want to check out if you can make it out there this year to Six Flags America for Fright Fest and end your Halloween season on a high note with going out to this place. So they have 5 new haunts this year, and they are at an additional charge. They are you can get a wristband for $10. It's called a Extreme Terror Pass, I think it is. If you're whether you're a season pass holder or you're just coming for the day, it's only $10. It's for 5 haunts. If you go anywhere else, it's gonna you might not get as many for more of a price, but you also get the entertainment factor of being in an amusement park, riding rides and doing all kinds of games and stuff. So it's really not a bad deal. The 5 attractions are pay as you go. They are required an extra fee, so that's what the $10 covers, which isn't bad. I mean, like I said, I personally checked out the I got the Fright Fest map thingy dingy here just to make sure I get the names right. And before I get started on this, actually, I want to thank Kristi Keister, I believe her name is, the marketing supervisor, for being a great help to me with my experience with Fright Fest this year. Thank you so much. First thing I did was the Twisted Fairy Tales, which is brand new 3D attraction, which is pretty darn cool. The details with the walls and the 3D effects were really good. The actors stayed in character, which was a plus. I do feel there could have been a little bit more dialogue going on. But it's their first year doing it, so they're still going to work out things, I'm sure. But it was a lot of fun. I liked a lot of the props, a lot of the scenery. It was pretty cool though. First year I think they've had a 3D effects attraction that I can think of. I've been going for years. I think I remember this stuff. After that, I went off to the Aftermath, which is something new. And that's where the bumper car attraction is during the regular season Six Flags. And it's a toxic fallout, toxic spill type theme going on over there. It was new, it was refreshing. Got a couple gotchas, which is good. In case you don't know what gotchas are when they jump out and they actually get you or make you startled, something like that. After the Aftermath, I went over to Blood Factory. Now, Blood Factory started last year in the 2012 season and was in a tent that stood on the concrete slab where there was an old a building had burned down there. Now this year they've rebuilt the building and they have split it in half between the Twisted Fairy Tales and the Blood Factory. So the Blood Factory is only half the size that it was last year. It still is effective though. Still a lot of fun. Very entertaining. Very detailed. Actors and actresses were placed strategically throughout it. I'm not going to give too much of it away because I really want you guys to go check it out. So it was a lot of fun. And did kind of wish that the saw blade would have moved. I'm not going to say where it was, but if I would have saw that spinning, that would have been really, really cool. But mad props to everybody that helped out with that attraction as well. After that, I went over to the, make sure I get it right, the Spider Outbreak. That's something entirely new, an entirely brand new location, or location that's never really been used before. Right behind the main stage where they have the Awakening. The Awakening, I forgot to mention, is what kicks off the whole night. It starts like at 6:15, and on Saturdays it starts at 5:30. An excellent show, full of surprises, and I won't give those away. But it was a lot of fun. So Spider Outbreak is a, for those people that have phobias of spiders, if you want to try to get over them, this is the place to do it. That's all I'm going to say about that Spider Outbreak thing. It's pretty cool. And there's a surprise at the end. After the Spider Outbreak, it was time for the Haunting of Hall Manor. And that Hall Manor is actually a building on the property, an actual building, which I was delighted to see that they had illuminated for people to see that went through that attraction. It's a walk-through trail, goes through the woods. There's some very dark, smoky spots, which kind of always gets me panicky. Different things going on over there. Actresses and actresses, telling a little bit of the story, of the actual story of with Ella. I believe her name was Eleanor. Yeah, they're finally starting to incorporate Eleanor into the storylines of, that house that sits in the woods behind the Wild One, which is there. It's real. It's not made up. That was a lot of fun. I liked that that attraction so much that I actually went through twice just to take it all in. So a lot of fun, a lot of good stuff going on there. You can't expect miracles to happen in first year, attractions. So I'm not going to say too much about them, but they definitely could amp up, some scares. I think they've got a lot of potential to really scare the bejeebies out of people like myself that are, used to haunted attractions and, don't scare so easily. Of course, there was a lot of people and they had the actors and actresses walking around scaring people at night, which was part of the Awakening. Kids screaming, you see that all the time. Chainsaws, noisemakers, people sliding across the ground, which I thought was so cool. The makeup that they use for their actors and actresses is definitely top of the line. Airbrush work as well. A lot of great things going on. I have to say that this has been the very best year that I have experienced with Six Flags Fright Fest, and I highly recommend that everyone go out to check it out. As far as ratings for haunted attractions, I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10 for sheer entertainment and, not so scary. It's not so scary, at least not to me, but for the entertainment factor, they get an 8 out of 10 this year. So once again, thanks again to Kristi, the marketing director at Six Flags, for all her help, and I will be contacting you soon. Thanks for watching again, and if you can make it out there, please go to Six Flags America or your local theme park that has a haunted attraction going on there and check it out. Something new, something refreshing. On that note, goodbye from Quazi and the Baltimore.